Here we go, our first flight together.
There it is.
All right.
Yeah, I love what I've learned here so far too. You know, it's like those things that you kind of get in your routine and you don't see a different perspective sometimes, and then all of a sudden you're like, that makes sense, we should try that.
Yeah, that's exactly it, that's great.
Hello again, this is Randy from Blue Corps Leadership, and I'm here with Gabe. Hey Gabe.
Hey, good morning.
So we are about to go on a great flight. We're doing a fly out with a bunch of other pilots, and we're going to an airport that's in Southern Virginia, and it's really, really exciting.
Yeah.
A lot of camaraderie.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, there's a lot of good folks going, and it's going to be a good flight, good day to fly.
We just did a briefing, right? So basically, Gabe ran this briefing just to make sure everybody was on the same page in terms of where we're going, you know, how many people are going, and essentially what the plan is when we get there. So everybody's on the same page, and they got to meet each other.
Yeah.
And we're all then just going to go into the air separately, and we're going to get on our way, and we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to have good food and just good company. And this really sets up a leadership lesson. And the leadership lesson that we wanted to talk about today is that we realize that as leaders, and really just anybody that's part of a company, we're always learning. And what's interesting is Gabe and I have known each other for a long time, but just yesterday was the first time we flew together as pilots. And today, Gabe is going to be flying left seat, which means he is the pilot in command officially.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I'm excited.
He's the pilot in command, and I will be right seat in my airplane. So the key here is, though, when I learned this yesterday, and we'll talk more about it in the cockpit, is that I've already learned some things that Gabe does that I don't do that would be helpful for me when I'm flying myself. And I think the same thing has happened with Gabe, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've learned so many different things, even yesterday when we were flying, that your flows, your checks, the ways in which you do things, that we're flying the same type of airplane, yet we have our own little differences that help us achieve the goal of getting there safely and soundly.
Yeah, and it just reminds us that we're always learning, and we're learning from you know, our you know, fellow pilots as well as our fellow business leaders, and we can even learn from the people who report to us. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get into the cockpit as well.
Absolutely.
But we got to get going. You can hear all these airplanes that are leaving. We're going to be the last one there, so we don't want to do that. So we'll talk to you soon.
Have a good day.
All right, test.
Yes, can you hear me?
Gotcha.
All right, got it.
Yep. And Leesburg traffic, Cirrus 317 Charlie Delta is taxiing runway 35 for westbound departure, Leesburg.
Looks like I got everything good here. So I'm ready to go.
All right. Leesburg traffic, Cirrus 317 Charlie Delta is taking runway 35 for departure to the west, Leesburg.
We're up. Here we go, our first flight together.
There it is.
All right.
What I do sometimes is I head right towards that V.
Okay, right there.
The V right there.
Okay.
And then that'll get you in the 2500 pretty quick. You climb up and make your left-hand turn.
Okay.
Up to 25.
Okay.
Yeah, you are cleared to 2500.
Okay.
I could pick up flight following if I wanted it.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Good morning. Potomac approach, Cirrus 317 Charlie Delta with request.
Charlie Delta, go ahead.
Yeah, 317 Charlie Delta is at 3,300 off of Leesburg. Would like to request flight following down to Kilo Bravo Lima Foxtrot.
3 Charlie Delta, squawk 5672.
5672 for 317 Charlie Delta.
All right.
Here we are.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Beautiful morning to fly.
Beautiful morning to fly.
It's funny, whenever I go onto autopilot, I've created this system for myself so that whenever I'm climbing,
Yeah.
I do alt indicated because the A is facing up, right? And then whenever you're going down, vertical speed, and so that indicated airspeed will never make me stall. And so on the climb, I always use indicated. You ever do that?
No, that's a good idea. So what do you typically set it as for indicated?
About 125.
Okay.
And that's my safety check so that I know, like, again, alt, and you see that A in the middle, it's facing up, and then the V, it's facing down, so you always know, like, which way am I going to go pretty quick? And so that's kind of my flow. It's like...
I love that idea of climbing with indicated airspeed. That makes so much sense. I've never really utilized that, but that makes sense. And then I'll think about, I think, for example, one time when I told you I got icing out of Manassas, and it was very surprising. It wasn't predicted. I was going through a level of clouds, and how I knew it is I was noticing that I was on autopilot at a 600 foot. I noticed my angle of attack was starting to go up.
Yep.
It was trying to keep that, whereas on yours indicated it would never stall.
That's correct. Yeah, I love what I've learned here so far too. You know, it's like those things that you kind of get in your routine and you don't see a different perspective sometimes, and then all of a sudden you're like, that makes sense, we should try that.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's great. We agreed, one of the things I think is important is that when we decided to fly, now today's not an over-challenging day with weather and a lot of traffic and all, but if it was even more complicated, we'd have to be even more coordinated.
Yep.
But we agreed on some roles, like you're now I'm not you're ready to
every single time.
Yeah. And we got to remember what a call sign is, because it's not what it really is.
Yeah, exactly.
So our roles are really important. So you basically we did a basic thing. You're going to work the radio, so I don't have to worry about that. So you're taking that responsibility, and that really helped me out of Leesburg, because you really know how to get out of Leesburg in that LMA.
Yeah, the LMA, the Leesburg maneuvering area.
Yeah, and that's really important. And so that helped me, because that's not familiar with me. I got to fly the airplane,
right? And
you basically would tell me the altitudes. So that was a team effort.
Yep.
And then also just having backup in terms of do you see something that I don't see?
Right.
But the other thing is you can go actually on ForeFlight to that airport and see if you see any airplanes landing there.
Yep. 130 at 4 right now, so the runway is probably going to be, well, it doesn't really matter.
November 713 Charlie Delta, change to my frequency 134.4.
134.4 for 317 Charlie Delta. 134.4. All right, Washington Center, Service 317 Charlie Delta is with you, 6,500.
Sky with 3950 Washington Center, roger, and
LPV, so it's
I'll have higher for you here, just a little bit.
Down as low as 300 feet as the decision altitude.
Envoy 3857, climb and maintain flight level 270.
And the cool thing about this thing, so the way this is set up is it's got the departure airport, but you can go in here and you're just on the same screen.
That is amazing.
This is really good.
Okay, so I didn't know that part.
So you go here and here, and then, I'm good, and then with 3 fingers, that's how you would go from one to the other. So 3 fingers does it.
Yeah, it's funny. You do a lot of flying by yourself, right? You do a lot of solo flying. And
I do.
How does it feel having another pilot in the plane?
I like it.
You fly with your brother, but...
Yeah, no, I like it. I'm very used to flying by myself. And the one thing with flying by yourself is that you're just totally concentrating, but it's all you.
Yep.
I could see, this is just more enjoyable.
Mercer County traffic, Cirrus 317 Charlie Delta is 2 mile final, runway 23, Mercer County. And welcome to Mercer County.
Yeah.
Now, did you want to do the radios this time?
I'll do the radios,
okay.
Yeah.
They're all you then.
Yep.
Cool.
Mercer County traffic, Cirrus 317 Charlie Delta. We're taking off runway 5, Mercer County.
We got the engine page up.
Engine page up, correct.
And center line. Heels to the floor, full power.
You can feel that density altitude, can't you?
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Get above the trees there. Indianapolis Center, Cirrus 317 Charlie Delta off of Mercer County. 3,700 for 7,000.
47.
Yeah, it was a little bumpy out of there.
It was. So I had a smooth one this morning, and you got the bumpy one this afternoon. We knew it. With these clouds, there's no question about it.
Yeah.
In fact, it will be bumpy probably the whole way.
Yep.
Washington Center, Cirrus 317 Charlie Delta, level 7,000.
7 Charlie Delta, clear to land runway 17, wind 1706.
Cleared to land 17, 317 Charlie Delta.
All right, we got 2 white, 2 red.
Nice.
Gulfstream 5 Golf Fox, you make the right turn and hold short of runway 35. Okay, right turn, hold short of 35, Fox Golf Fox.
All right.
Stream depart in runway 35 northwestbound. Just continue inbound, I'll sound it.
I didn't want to start sinking.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You did the right thing.
Gulfstream 5 Golf Foxtrot, runway 35, clear for takeoff.
You want to get fuel?
Takeoff.
They'll come down to the hangar.
Oh, that's right.
We made it.
Nice, nice.
Thanks so much for letting me fly.
Oh, you're absolutely,
Cool.
no problem. Well, back in the cockpit here, I'm by myself and had a good few days flying with my good friend Gabe. And most of the time I was flying in the right seat, which meant he was piloting control, and I was second in command. And we coordinated and we learned from each other. I think the lesson that I want to emphasize here is that we're always learning, whether it be in the cockpit and even if we've been flying a long time. I've been flying a long time. Gabe's got a lot of flying behind him as well. Or if we're in our businesses, sometimes we feel like we could do things in our sleep. But we can learn from each other. And the discipline of always learning, always growing is one of the traits that I see in entrepreneurs, entrepreneurial-run companies, the most successful ones. And we don't only learn from people we report to or our peers, we can learn from people who report to us. We're learning every day. And I think it's important to keep that in mind. If we have an open mind and we're looking each day for the opportunity to be able to learn, we are going to be in good shape. So hope you take that from the leadership lesson today, and I look forward to getting in the cockpit with you again soon. We're about 45 minutes from Sarasota, so looking forward to it. Thank you for joining me.